Do it, brother. Do it.
All right, we on right now. I'm just gonna do a screen record and just use this article as a reference. So anyway, all right, we live. Hey, shalom to the listeners out there. All right, we're a couple of the brothers from the Great Millstone Camp. It's brother Tazwell, GMS Faithful and True. Got a brother Yaakov out with me, GMS son of Isaac, 2 and 3. And we back linked up in the spirit. Just wanted to go into a little Daniel chapter 2, link it to some current events, Lord willing to be edifying to the lesson. To the flock. Want to begin this lesson giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKodash. That's right, man. Double honors to our leadership. All right, the elders, the apostles, the bishops of Great Millstone, GMS. Peace, mercy, and grace to the household of faith. That's the elect. And we're going to go ahead and dive right on in it. Because we're going to harping in on Daniel chapter 2. Like I said, we're going to hit a little excerpt, but I got this article right here. The title says, Trump casts doubt on NATO solidarity despite it aiding the U.S. after September 11. So we're just going to use that as a base, and we're going to go ahead and hit this Daniel chapter 2 and verse 30, 40. We're going to start at 40, and I'll let you go ahead and you can go into it. So this is Daniel 2 and 40. It says, "In the fourth kingdom shall be." Matter of fact, I got a couple articles we can use.
And the fourth kingdom is the Roman Empire. What do you mean? Is that it? No. Well, yes. Well, the revival of the Roman Empire is NATO and EU. So America and NATO and EU, which America's a part of NATO, is the Roman Empire. It was established upon something called, that you can look up yourself, called the Treaty of Rome. And delegates from that treaty, who established that treaty, said that they were consciously reestablishing the Roman Empire. I think they wore togas. They wore Roman robes. Probably not togas. They wore Roman robes when they established the Treaty of Rome.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? Well, because it was the reestablishment of the Roman Empire. That's why they did that.
Right.
Go ahead.
And we got to keep beating that into your head, because if you don't lock in on that, you would not see it. You would think this ain't it. You would think it's kind of like far-fetched, but you got to keep hearing it to keep seeing it, right? So this is
that's important for you to understand prophecy. You got to, in order to measure the time diligently in itself. Like I believe Habakkuk said that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand who they are, when they are, and how they are.
Yeah.
You got it.
Let's get it. Daniel 2 and 40. "And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise."
That's what the Roman Empire did through their military might. They broke the phalanx. Mm-hmm. They broke the Greek infrastructure. Who did that? The Roman Empire. How did they do that? Through the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Through their teeth, if I may, if we want to talk biblically.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 41, it says, "And whereas thou sawest of feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron."
Now this is still the fourth beast now.
Right.
It's still the fourth beast. How is that still the fourth beast? Well, you're going to have to go fast forward 2,000 years, then you get NATO and the EU.
Right. Which that's synonymous with that's because this chapter is a statute, but right. the four beasts is synonymous with the four portions on that statute.
Right.
So he's saying beast, but this particular chapter breakdown is dealing with the statute.
It's a parabolic statute.
Yeah.
But when you go into chapter 7 and 8, they're likened unto beast.
Yeah, it's a beast.
You know, when you go into Revelations, there's likened unto the beast. That's why it's called the mark of the beast. What beast? The fourth beast. What is that? The Roman Empire. What is that? NATO and the EU.
Good point. Yep. Verse 41, "And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay."
Iron mixed with miry clay. Now the strength of the iron, what is that? That's the military might of America, of Britain, of Germany, of France, the economic power of Germany, the economic power of America, the economic power of France, of Great Britannia. That's the iron. Then you have clay. You have Greece.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You have Hellespont. You have these different other, the portions of the beast, European nations that are part of the beast system, but they're weaker. They don't have as much economic, financial pull, power, GDP, nor military might as the foreign nations that we mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And also, when you go into that scripture, it's going into that these different nations of NATO and EU don't agree with each other.
Yeah.
They're partial in their agreement. They're not standing 10 toes together. Yeah, no pun intended. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Yeah.
They're not standing 10 toes together.
Yeah.
So that's the spirit did that. I wasn't planning on that one. So because it's like, okay, Macron saying, no, we Ukraine, they good. Then Trump over saying, no, they gonna have to pay the money back. It's like, wait a minute, hold up, I thought y'all was. That's because the Roman Empire is not unified as it was in the ancient world.
Mm-hmm.
And may I add in Revelations the 17th chapter? I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll get it real quick. But you have to understand, the beast shall hate the whore.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean, Yaquab? Who's the whore? Well, no problem. We'll answer your question. The whore is America.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who's the beast? NATO.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just pulling up some images on pottery and clay.
Bring it. Go ahead, say what you gonna say, bro.
No, I just wanted to pull that visual up because it said potter's clay and part of iron, and those are pretty much damn the opposite things right there.
Different elements.
Yeah, but like the Lord said, look at all His works. There are 2 and 2, one is set against another. So He basically made them opposite. So as strong as His kingdom is, it's the polar opposite at the same time because it's divided.
It's divided.
So what good is all that strength if y'all ain't on one page? If everybody in order on one page, and that's what the kingdom is going to be. It's going to have all that power, but it's going to be order, solidarity.
He said He's going to close up the breaches thereof.
That's it.
And then it says, Yahushua told them a long time ago. He said, if Satan be divided against Satan, how can his kingdom stand? And NATO and EU, they are Satan.
Right.
They're Satan.
Yeah.
They're the devil the Bible speaks of.
Yeah, because the mark of the beast is coming from where?
NATO and EU.
Who's the face of what they talking about doing? What Schwab and them and all them talking about? Where they at? They over there in Switzerland.
Schwab is a nasty motherfucker. I'll tell you that much.
They in Sweden. They Satan. Look at where they at. Look what they talking about.
Yeah.
Look what their plans. So, continuing on, it says...
let me get the Revelations real quick.
Yeah,
Revelation chapter 17, verse 15. Verse 16, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast," which is going, the 10 horns are the same as the 10 toes. All right? It says, "These shall hate the whore."
Yeah.
Pardon.
It's hard.
Yeah, we're in the flesh.
Yeah.
It said they gonna hate the whore. Now wait a minute, who's the whore?
Yeah.
America's the whore. The United States of America is the whore.
Yeah.
They said they're gonna hate the whore. Why are they gonna hate the whore? Tariffs. They talking shit. They over here, doing all this other man. I'm gonna take Greenland, nigga. Fuck y'all. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. I thought that was 10 horns. I thought y'all was wrong.
Yeah.
And you about to Trump talking about, no, we're gonna take Greenland, nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta run that shit to us.
Right.
So they like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
They hating the whore, which the whore is America.
Yeah.
So it says, "These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." What are you talking about? You gonna eat her flesh? This cannibalism? No, it's not talking about that. This is talking about thermonuclear missiles. This is talking about the NATO nations. The European nations are gonna shoot hypersonic. Well, they're gonna shoot nuclear missiles on America when it's all said and done. That's what that's talking about.
Yeah, because really, I was about to pull up something, but I just quoted. But like, it's been talked for a long time that people look at, like, people in Europe and out east, they look at people in the States as arrogant and rude. They look at the culture here as very arrogant and rude, and that's
they're right.
Yeah,
They're right.
Mm-hmm.
They're not wrong.
Right. Yeah. So that that's all leading up into that because really don't nobody give a fuck about the states anyway. They just use it as a cash cow, so land opportunity. But they know that this place is corrupted. They know that the people are moral. They don't like the
Immoral, yeah.
they don't like don't nobody in the world really likes us or likes
Nobody
like the
likes
states.
America.
No,
we ain't us. We just living. We living in this
yeah,
debacle.
we just the captives. But yeah, so that like you said, man, the beasts are gonna hate the whore.
Facts.
So was that it on that?
Yeah, you got it, bro.
So keep going. Daniel 2 and 42 says, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron, and in the part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And I think it's funny that the feet, the Lord had Nebuchadnezzar had his dream and have these details surrounding the feet, and then at the same time he explained through his angel Uriel to Ezra that the end of the world will be with Esau, like as Jacob grabbed his heel, his foot.
Right.
And we know that Esau is the fourth kingdom. We talk about the fourth kingdom. We read that's Esau's kingdom.
Right.
And it's going to end in the feet, which is what we're in now. We're in the midst of the feet, which, like you beautifully put, that's that second resurgence of Rome via NATO.
Yep.
So, continuing on, it says, verse 43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. Break it down.
Yeah, mingling themselves with the seed of man is going into them making alliances in unions and pacts with these different nations to keep their hegemony, to keep their power, their dominion, to establish their order on the earth, such as Japan, such as South Korea, such as these different nations on the earth that they have a Saudi Arabia, the Kuwait, Turkey, what's these guys? Hungary. You know what I'm saying? Those guys.
Yeah.
And so because Turkey and Hungary are part of NATO. That's the seed of man. That's not the original that's not the original beast system. That's the seed of man. Turkey's a part of NATO, but Hungary's a part of NATO, but they're not the original beast system. They're the seed of man. Turkey is Gomer. What do you mean Turkey Gomer? Well, when you go to Ezekiel, is that the 38th chapter?
Nah, they don't talk about Gomer. In 38th chapter?
39 chapter?
Oh, well, yeah, it do. It do.
It speaks about Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, that's going into Russia and talking about how Russia is going to have all these different nations fighting on their side. And
no, you mean Togomar. I'm sorry. Togomar?
I'm talking, when I said Gomer, I believe Togomar is in 38, right?
I know that's in 30.
That means Gomer is in 38 too. In Persia, Ethiopia with them.
Gomer is his bands. Yeah.
Right, and all his bands. So Gomer and all his bands, Gomer is talking about Turkey, the nation of Turkey? I know you're Edomites, Jack. So which they're the Ottoman Turks, all right. So they which you're Edomites. You're not no Turk. You're Edomite, all right. Let's just establish that now.
Yeah.
But what it says, Gomer and all his bands. Who are the bands of Gomer? The different Turco states of the Eurasian continent. So all the Eurasian states. So you got Azerbaijan, you got Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. Those are the bands. Their allegiance is to Turkey. When shit hits the fan, their allegiance is going to be to Turkey. The Muslim Brotherhood, which is led by Turkey, right? The Muslim Brotherhood is led by Turkey, right? So when it says Gomer, that's going into Constantinople, when you say Constantinople, I believe they call it what do they call it now? It's the modern term for Constantinople. Istanbul, right? Yeah, I was just throw out Istanbul. So it's going into that, right? So, but that's just the head of Gomer. But when it says all his bands, that's talking about those different that's talking about them different heathen nations that follow Turkey, those Turco-speaking nations, you know. And people like Syria right now. Turkey they just went on the military offensive in Syria like yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
I just posted in the chat. The Turks they deploying their troops in Syria because against the Assad regime forces. So the Turks stepping in Jehoshaphat. We about to have Armageddon.
Yeah,
Let's go.
And that's heavy because like I said Turkey and all his bands, and Turkey is the number 2 military
In
NATO.
Them Turks are powerful.
Yeah.
The Turks are strong.
Yeah, they got a solid history.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fire.
Yeah.
So it says shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave to one another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. So they ain't gonna unify. They ain't gonna be on one page.
No.
They gonna look out for their own interest.
Right. The
Right.
Turks don't give a fuck about what the Americans talking about. They care about what their own interests. They want to establish the Ottoman Empire.
Right.
They ain't worried about what the fuck the Americans doing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They're aligned each other. They're aligned with each other on certain things but they doing it both for their own objectives.
Right.
They don't have their end goal is not the same thing.
Right. They'll probably be more aligned with a Muslim nation over anything else.
The Turks trying to control the Middle East. That's what the Turks want. They want to reestablish the Ottoman Empire. America don't want them to do that. America want to use them to, to come against Iran and other shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Continuing on, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom.
So you're not gonna reestablish the Ottoman Empire. Ain't no goddamn takbir. Ain't none of all you heathens. Y'all not about to do shit but go into slavery.
Yes, sir.
All right, because the Messiah, who you call Mahdi with your dumb ass, it ain't no damn. It's Yahweh Shah Mashiach. That's who he really is. All right, he's about to return and turn you into powder in the Levant. What you call, I'm talking to you heathens. I'm talking to you Arabs and you Turks and you heathens. What y'all call Hashem, the land of Hashem. Yahweh Shah is gonna meet you there. All right, which that in Armageddon. All right, Jehoshaphat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which we speaking biblically. The Yahweh Shah is gonna meet you there in that land, which is the Levant, the Middle East, and all your armies are gonna be brought there, and the Yahweh Shah is gonna turn your armies into powder. The Messiah, Mashiach, all right, who you call Mahdi, he's gonna turn your armies into powder.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Got a precept?
Yeah.
Because it said, in all these days and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. That's gonna happen when the Lord take these kings down through his son. But this is Revelation 17.
Taking down NATO, taking down EU.
Yep. Precept, exactly. That's the point. Revelation 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. See? So these kings, these nations we've been talking about, they are receiving power with 1 hour with the beast because they're in a joint alliance with the beast.
Yeah.
They're part of the beast with the via the whore.
Yeah.
Correct. All right. So that was pretty much the point. And Daniel 2 and 44. Again, it says, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. Right now, has there been a kingdom that's never been destroyed? Absolutely not. They've all fallen.
They all have.
All of them. Right? So this hasn't fulfilled itself yet. It says, and we'll know it fulfilled itself once we're in it. It says, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So this is going to be a kingdom.
All these kingdoms.
Yeah. It won't be left to other people. So this is going to be a kingdom of one nation under God.
Let's go.
Come on, bro. Under God.
Let's go.
As a spirit. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, that part. It's gonna be the real nation under God, not that USA shit.
Not you transgenders.
Because fast forward, we're seeing that this place wasn't that one nation under God, indivisible.
No.
It's been divided. It's not under God anymore, and it's showing a whole nother different turn. All right, it's not the same place I grew up in, right? That we grew up in. Why? Because we at the end, and all
you
things
always been a piece of rat garbage.
Right.
You put us in slavery. You always been promoting sodomy. You never stood for the Bible. You swore it. Your presidents and your judges swore it, but they didn't uphold the principles of it. So you're a bunch of hypocrites, and the Lord's going to destroy you with fire. You got it, bro.
Period. Last verse, because it's pretty much the point. Well, that was the point, but we can hit the last. we can hit this last verse though. That can be it. Verse 45. It says, "For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and it break." Hold Revelation 18 and 20, point at 21. It says, "For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. The great God have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure." And this was, the different kingdoms listed, but this was the gold. Nebuchadnezzar represented the head of gold, right? Fast forward 2,500 plus years later, now we're in the iron, which now that stone is about to come and overthrow this place. Bring out that precept, bro.
Revelations chapter 18, you said verse 20?
Yep, point is at 21.
It reads, it says, "Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets."
The her is the whore.
Yep.
Yep.
It says, "For God hath avenged you on her."
Yep.
Verse 21, "And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone."
That same angel and that same stone being referred to in Daniel chapter 2 and 45. Go ahead.
Let's go. This says, "And cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down,
Yep.
and shall be found no more at all."
Now, this doesn't mean he's going to take a rock and make it go skipping in the ocean. No, he's going to take down these people, these different nations. Go ahead.
And he's doing that through the prophets of Great Millstone.
Yep.
Because this word is really what's bringing down your empire. It's bringing down your image.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And that's it, bro. I ain't got nothing else, man.
That's all I got to, bro.
Well, with that, man, we pray it was edifying lesson. We want to, close out, giving our praise, glory, and honor once more and two. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. That's it, man. So, Lord willing, y'all edify. Double honor to our leadership. Hey, peace, mercy, and grace again to the household of faith, man. Until the next time, we say shalom.
Shalom.